Afternoon, guys. It's been a while. Welcome. Welcome to AF4 and their new season. I forget what season we're in now. I think it's 15. It might be 16. I've lost count. We're here for round one. We're driving with the Lotus 211 GT4 this season. Pit lane's probably the best view of the cars. It's these ones. Shoeboxes with a roll cage. No room for a second driver. And I say we're here for round one at Okayama. We have around about 20 people, I think, on the grid at the minute. Half pro, half am. We'll differentiate those in a minute. We've got the am drivers in the pink, and the pro drivers. No, wrong way around. No, yeah, pro drivers in the purple, like Moonbeam and Bushy San here, and also got Vivulfs. And we'll take a quick look at the track. We're using the Okayama Piper circuit today. We've got 6 corners. Kind of like... There's nothing like brand sets, actually. I don't know what I'm on about. And I think while we have some time, I can try and ride on board with Riley, and we'll do a quick run-through of the lap. Because, I say, I'm really... really out of practice with this. So through turn 2, which is technically a double apex right-hander, and we're into turn 3, which comes at you straight away as a tight left-hander. Open the throttle up, and you get a nice short blast into the probably the second best overtaking spot on the track. Turn 4, left hand uphill hairpin, slightly off camber, so you sort of pull into the inside. Same again for turn 5, but in reverse. You kind of want to lay apex there, I imagine, so you can just sort of get the power on early. Then turn 6, probably my favourite corner. Should be an almost flat kink, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how fast Riley's going. And then turn 7, final corner. Very deceptive. It's a bit slower than you think it is. If you go too fast, you will end up clouting the curb and bouncing all over the place. It's a nightmare. Over the line goes Riley. I mean, he's in overtime now, so probably shouldn't. That lap shouldn't really have counted, but it did. We should put him at P11. So currently we have Moonbeam topping the practice session, so this is the only practice. Joao Guerra behind by 400ths in second place, and Antonio Badalea. The first of the AM drivers is David Salinas, I think. Yes, David Salinas in 4th place with a 57.3. That's not listed on the times though. Chris is in 5th, second in class with a 57.5. Then Matteo Sanguinini, formerly known as Randomised in the Pro Car, P6 overall. Then Pecky in P7, Perra-Leclerc P8, Goodman from Luxembourg P9, and Pilot Lasser in P10. Plenty of new faces once again this season, including David Salinas is new. Chris is a relatively new addition, but he's really put his mark on AF3 so far this season. He had a great battle with him yesterday in that race. Pecky's returning. Perra-Leclerc we haven't seen for a while. Goodman I think is new. Same for Pilot Lasser. Who else we've got? JD24 returning for the first time after a while. Hyundai's back after a break. Charlie's new. Zorbs I think we've seen before. Same for the The Hatcher is new. And we've got Pro DZ that's just joined at the last seconds. We should have 22 on the grid. Same format as it has been for the last few seasons for AF4. We start off with a 5-minute solo qualifying session, meaning everybody, from our perspective, looks like they're in the pits, but everybody gets to go out and be on their own for 5 minutes, no interruptions at all. So, to that end, we will throw up what I've called the live championship graphic. It's not. It used to be. It's not anymore. It's this. So we can see the live timings as they come in for the qualifying session. As I say, 5 minutes. It'll begin in about 1 minute time. Yeah, that looks good. Hopefully you can see the times okay. And after that we have a 20-minute race, which I don't think it'll be chaotic. I don't think it'll be chaotic at all. What we got in the chat at the minute in game. Rosso says this car is like either you lose the rear under braking or you understeer into another track. Well, there is another track over here. There's the karting track over here, which you can drive on. You've got to get to it through a gap in the barriers back here. Or, of course, you can take we'll just skip around this barrier and take the GP course. And you rejoin just before, on the other side of turn 2. And you could do it in reverse if you wanted to. I'm just finding ways to kill time at this point before qualifying comes up. The car for the season was decided by a vote that was very rigorously... a lot of vote came out for it. Thank you, Yannick, for following. A lot of votes came out for it. I think we had at least 70, maybe even 80 votes for it. And by about 10 votes, I think, the Lotus 211 took the win over the Renault Clio Cup. Which could mean we use the Renault Clio Cup next season. It was very popular, and I loved driving it. Especially certain circuits like Trois-Rivières, which I've butchered. I know I've butchered the name of it. But we're underway for qualifying anyway. Yeah, it was a very good car to drive. It should be a lot of fun. You see, some people I'm noticing have some high ping going between sessions. Moonbeam's ping is over a second. And you'll see there's many cars on top of each other, many pointers on top of each other. As you can see, they're not actually on track. They're all on their own. No interruptions, no excuses. No blocking. Pecky will be the first one to start a lap. Simchris will be second, and we have Bushy-san as well in the Pro class. Final 2 corners now for Pecky, and we'll get going. Simchris has had a great... has been fast out the first sector, that's because he went out the pits first. But to the start-finish straight we go. Who is your money on for pole position? We got just under 4 minutes to go. First sector line after turn 3. That's the grey line you see in the centre of the map. Through to turn 2 for Pecky. And the rest of the field, of course. It's quite hard to commentate on qualifying because there's not a lot going on until you get the first sort of times coming in. And here they go. 23.5 for Pecky. Joao Guerra 23.2. 23.5 as well for Simchris. Mostly 23.5s through the field. Vivos has already invalidated his lap. You see the red marker on the S1 time for him. The Joao has got the fastest sector 1 time so far. Fastest of all. No one else really matching him. Maybe Moonbeam 23.3 that you might not see on the screen. 23.5 also for Goodman. So most of the field seem to do 23.5 in the first sector. Only 2 sectors on this track. So here comes Pekka to the line. 57.5 from him. 56.8 from Joao Guerra. 33.6 is the second sector time. Antonio Radulea, a 10th down, second place. Lost it all in the first sector, I would say. 10th down there. Pecky goes to third. Pilot Lass fourth with a 57.6. Moonbeam to third with 57 flat. Good gaggle of cars in the 57.5s, 57.6s. Pecky, Pilot Lass and Mattia Sanguinini. Goodman P7, Simchris P8, Perregleg P9, Rosso P10. Joao Guerra has found another 10th in the first sector. Radulea has matched Guerra's previous best. Pecky's getting closer to that as well, but not quite close enough. Moonbeam, Pilot Lass and Matthew Sanguinini slower in the first sector. 2 minutes to go in qualifying now. Pecky around the final corner. Should get probably 2 more attempts in this session. Maybe even 3 if you're lucky. Pecky to the line. Does improve. 57.402. Simchris improves as well. Another improvement from Joao Guerra. 56.7. No improvement from Radulea, whatever it is. Any further improvements? Goodman P8. Vivos has now set a time. He's up to P9. Demis Salinas, who ended up going off strategy because he went off, I think, at turn 1. And we've seen, who's that? Perregleg that's gone off there at T2. He spun it round. He's got just enough time for 1 more attempt if he gets out quick enough, and he should do. See JD24 coming around the final corner. We'll see. He's currently P18. He will stay there. Yeah, I think he must be starting a flying lap now. 1 minute 10, so I think the first 3, maybe the first 2 will get 1 more attempt beyond this one. So 2 attempts left for Pecky. Does improve. Stays 4th though. 57.2. Joao Guerra finds more time in the second sector, but stays without any improvement, but stays on pole as well. Last man of the line to start a new lap should be Bushy-san. Well, that's not him. That's Mattia Sanguinini, actually, P7 currently. Any more improvements? No one's really improving at the minute. Simchris made another improvement with a 57.6. Found a lot of time in the first sector, but lost time in the second. Riley says poo. Chris, Matthew Sanguinini, personal best in the first sector. Anybody else improving further down? JD24 is currently P20 now. He's improved to P15 actually now, 58.6. Round the final corner for the top guys. Guerra to the line. He's already overtaken Pecky in the pecking order. See what I did there? But still doesn't improve. Neither does Pecky. They will have one more attempt. They are the only two that will have one more attempt, I think. Chris has come to the line. Doesn't improve, but he's consistent. 57 sixes. He's gone for turn 1, so he will end his qualifying there. Rodulia has finished his session as well. Same for Sanguinini. Sanguinini did improve. He goes to P5. So it's João Guerra on pole at the minute, but he's got another attempt. And so too does Pecky, but I don't think he's got enough in him at the minute. To the line with the Hatcher, he stays P21, Charlie P22. We got another one, Oiwei, who's just joined in a pro car. I'm not sure he's a pro. I haven't seen him before. Final laps coming along now. I think that's everybody now. Pere Leclerc. No improvement from him. So that just leaves Guerra and Pecky. They're the last two to set a lap. Neither of them on personal bests. No improvement there. Apparently Sanguinini is able to set another lap, but he doesn't improve. So it will be João Guerra on pole. Top three are all pro drivers. Guerra, Rodulia, Moonbeam. Pecky is on pole in the AM class. Then we have Matty Sanguinini and Vivulfs starting P4, P5 in pro, 5-6 overall. Then 5 AM drivers. Chris starts 7th. Pilot Lasser starts 8th. Goodman 9th. David Salinas starts 10th. Pere Leclerc 11th. Then Pro DZ 12th, or LH44. Master P13. Rosso 14th. Bushisan 15th. JD24 will start 16th. Then Deveras Lorenonis in 17th. Riley 18th. Zorbs 19th. Hyundai 20th. The Hatcher 21st. Charlie 22nd. And we have Oiwei that should be starting at the back. We are 2 minutes away from the start of this race. I'm going to get rid of the live timing graphic. I'm going to do what I haven't done for absolutely ages. It must be months. I don't know when I stopped doing commentary. I think it was a long time ago. We are 90 seconds away from the start. VSC will not be coming out for the first 3 minutes or the last 3 minutes of this race. That's the rule. So any crashes that happen in the first 3 minutes, you bear the full consequences of it. Because what has been happening since we've introduced this rule is we get no safety cars. Because all the chaos happens in the first 3 minutes, and everyone gets spread out. So if you can stay alive in the first 3 minutes, you have a shot. But let's take you through the grid. We're 1 minute away from the start. João Guerra on pole. Rodalea alongside. Then we have Moonbeam and Pecky on the second row. Then Matthew Sanguinini and Vivulfs. Row 4, Chris, Pilot Lasser. Row 5 is Goodman and David Salinas. Row 6, Pere Leclerc and Pro DZ. Row 7 is Master and Rosso. Row 8, Bushisan, JD24. Row 9 is Davidas Lorenonis and Riley. Row 10, I think, I've lost count, I always lose count by this point, is Zorbs and Hyundai. Row 11, the Hatcher and Charlie. And row 12 is Oiwei. There's Jack in the safety car that hasn't actually teleported to the pits. We are 20 seconds away from the start here in Okayama for the new season of AF4. Plenty of gravel markings just to tempt drivers and remind them of what could very well happen. As we go to the lights. And we're away. Seems like a fairly even start through the field, but João's just about got the run here to stay in front. Rodulia is going to have a look though. 3 wide behind for Vivulfs, Pecky and Matty Sanguinini's dropped a load of places at the start. Pecky Vivulfs still side by side coming into turn 2. The double right-hander. The link road. The Hatcher has gone off at turn 1 there. So too has Davidas Lorenonis. It's all chaos happening at T2. It's almost like a... all the way cutting across the grass there. On the inside of 3. as we had to turn number 4 in the hairpin. Pecky, and that is LH44 that spun. We got a couple more off it, I think. Currently P16, that's Goodman that spun off as well. I don't think there was any collision. I don't think we're near each other. JD24's made an excellent start. And he's up to P12. And that's Master that's gone wide at T5 as well. He's dropped to the back. Oh, Lowen has gone off again. So too has Hyundai. They both rejoined. And we're all clear at the back. Moonbeam looking all over Radulia for a move into turn 2. Not going to happen. It's sort of that corner where you brake and turn into the apex at the same time. So it kind of eliminates any overtaking opportunities. We've got Charlie and AH44 in bother at turn number 1. Here comes Hyundai and Davidas Lowen to try and redeem themselves. Lowen looks to the outside. Nothing there. Oh, is there? Ooh, Prody's sort of stuck to the inside. Outside turns to inside for 3. Lowen might just get the move done here. Prody's got a better run, but he's stuck behind Hyundai into 4. They all look a bit cautious. Lowen could make 2 places here. He's got to do Hyundai around the outside through 5, and Prody's punts him. Hyundai's stuck. He spun round, and he will be 22nd and second to last. Guerra fastest lap by a 10th over Radulia and another 10th over Moonbeam. So they start to spread out at the front. Loren spun off final corner facing backwards. Don't rejoin yet. Now he's last. He can spin it round. We're still in the grace period for the VSC, so nothing yet. Full consequences for this. Here's Pilot Lasser in what I'm pretty sure is his first race. I think he joined last night to the community. He's looking down the inside of Pecky into turn number 4, the hairpin. Pecky giving him a nice wide berth. Still side by side for 5, as you'd expect. As Riley comes to the pit lane, potentially for a jump start, I don't know. Pilot's having to back off there, actually. He had too good of a run out of turn 5. And he's looking again into turn 7, the final corner. Nothing. Moonbeam has dropped back from Radulia. And Radulia's starting to close in. Half a second there. Fastest lap for Radulia there. Into the 56s. Master, meanwhile, looking on Zorbs for P11. Zorbs taking a nice middle line. Trying to keep it nice and wide, the car. But the track's much wider than he is. Master swings around the outside. Makes the place. P11 for him now. We're outside of the grace period, so safety cars can be called at any time now, assuming 4 cars are involved in a collision. Bushy Sand past JD24 for 15th. Good move there. Meanwhile, there's a bit of chaos going up ahead. This is Zorbs. Zorbs must have gone off at turn 3 there, I think, because he's been passed by Goodman, who's P13. And Bushy Sand will be looking for this as well. JD24's in this queue. There's a nice Salinas train forming in the battle for P12. I forgot how much this takes out of your breath. You really need a drink for this. Take a quick look at Peril Leclerc, 4/10 off of Pilot Lasser. Not going to be close enough this time. We'll go back to the queue now for P12. It's spread out a bit down the straight. So Salinas just should hold on for now. But that's Master's gone a little deep into turn 1 there. So too has Zorbs. And Bushy Sand sort of followed him in sympathy, I think. But it's not too disadvantageous. Oiway has retired now. So we're down to 21 drivers. We're only on lap 5. Charlie and LH44 have come together at turn 1. They've got going again now, but they're way off the back. Pecky, meanwhile, looking to the outside of Sanguinini at turn 5. Over the crest into turn 6. No overtaking move into turn 7, really. It's not a big enough braking zone. Turn 1 and turn 4 are your best bet. Simchris went a little bit over the curb there on the exit. We'll lose a bit of ground. Fastest lap again for Antonio Radulia. 56.8 this time. Pecky has got a good run, even though Sanguinini got... Oh, he's gone deep as Sanguinini. So Pecky's on his right on his bumper into 2. Next opportunity will be in turn number 4 at the hairpin. Sanguinini dips a wheel into the grass, goes defensive to cover that off. They've both gone deep. Pecky's still going to look around the outside. That'd be a pretty good move if he made it stick, but he doesn't. Zorbs has gone at turn 2. in the middle of this train. Salinas, Master, Goodman, all battling in through T4. It's all very after you. Bit of a traffic jam, a proper traffic jam here. The field behind spread out, so the train is down to 3 carriages. Goodman's got a good run out of 6. He's going to look at 7. Maybe forces Master a little wide, so scares him wide, but it's not going to be enough. Salinas instantly trying to get out of the toe. The Master's going to deal with Goodman now, and Goodman is getting a good slipstream here. He's going to look into turn 1. Doesn't quite break later, but they've both gone deep. Where's JD24? Nowhere near. Pecky has spun it. He's off at turn 3. Pilot Lass has spun round. He's facing backwards at the exit of 3. Sanguinini briefly had internet issues, so I'm wondering if there was a connection issue there that caused that. Goodman round the outside at 3. That's a bit of an unconventional place to do it, but he has done it. Past Master for P12. Good move. Paolo Glegg, meanwhile, is on the back of the recovering Pecky. Gap to the front still 7/10 of a second, so that could spark into life at any time. Paolo Glegg flashing his lights. He's not happy at all. Back to Master. As he tries to chase Goodman, but 2 wheels on the grass doesn't normally help, and 2 wheels clipping over the curb is just going to bounce you. Sanguinini. Oh, I've missed him. He's slow. What's going on here? He's slowing to a halt on the pit straight on the inside. That's very peculiar. He was running well as well. Almost won almost won the whole thing a couple of seasons ago in the AM class, I think. But lost out because of a jump start. Was that him? No, that was Mixtrol. I forget who it was. David Salinas goes wide at turn 4. 3 rather. Why do I get them mixed up? It's so easy to... anyway. Pilot Lasser can't take advantage for the minute. We've still got Sanguinini crawling down the front straight. I'm wondering if he's still filled up with quali fuel. Maybe. Maybe it's a bit too late to be thinking. I don't know. But he's out anyway. He's retired now. Down the front straight we go. We've got a move up ahead. Rosso and Pecky side by side. Pecky recovering. He's taken Rosso. He's forced him wide, basically. Forced him into a mistake. And Pecky takes P6. There's a lot of drivers taking 2 wheels on the grass on exits of corners. I'm not quite sure they have the spatial awareness at the minute. Some of them. Bounces off the curb at 2. Little one off the 3 as well. Paolo Leg is ready. He can pounce at any time. Meanwhile, P9 still going. Zorbs has spun it off. He's come together with LH44 again. At turn 60, at turn 1. Zorbs is retiring now. Paolo Glegg on Rosso. Still quite close there. Same here. This could cause... well, something could happen at turn 1 here. Just got to get the good exit out of 7. But Lasser loses the back end a little bit under braking for 7. But you just need a good run here. Just out of slipstream, I think. Yeah, so nothing's going to happen there. Unless there's some mistake. Pilot loses the back end again through 1. I feel like they're really having to mash down the gears to get the engine braking. And it's causing the back end to slide out a bit. Especially if they have to trail brake. Hello, Redacted. Down the back straight towards turn 4. That's quite late braking for Goodman there. Makes big gains. Charlie spun it at turn 1. We're going to have to rejoin carefully. There goes Pro DZ. Laurie Nonis will be on him soon. Are we in iRacing? Are they all taking two wheels on the grass deliberately for cooling tyres or something? Charlie's had some weird ping moments. Oh, that was scary. Round the outside goes Laurie Nonis. Takes P17. Points go up to P15. So Hyundai will be taking the last point at this moment in time. Track limits are in effect as well, though. The duel is close to within half a second now, so we could get a lead battle hotting up very soon. Field's starting to spread out a little bit. The battle of P9 is spreading out as well. Well, there's no slipstream to aid them. The pace might. Bushy-san gets a good move down into turn 2 on JD24. He's going to try it through the second part. He has made the move stick. Great move from Bushy-san up to P13. I feel like JD24 is going to look for a move into... No. He looked to have a good run out of 3. But he can't get a wheel up the inside. We've got a spin for P19. He spun off at the final corner. That's the Hatcher. LH44 and Hyundai spun, and Sim Chris has spun at turn 1. He's got a little bit of time and space behind him to get going again. So he should keep P5, but it's going to be close actually. Pecky's going to have a look. And I think Sim Chris has got out of that just in time. I've got any wider angles? I've got many. Oh, hello. No, not the... Why do I want a karting track TV? Okay. TV camera. No one uses it. Anyway. Julia getting very close. I think it's aided by some lapped traffic in the form of Charlie and Davidas Laurinonis. Guerra almost lost the car there. Probably had to save that one all the way to the right-hand side, and Radulia takes the lead. Radulia's having to dive down the inside of Laurinonis, and they're both going wide. Here comes Joao Guerra back again. Back into the lead fight. There's no obligation for the lapped cars to get out of the way. I think the rule is don't be a dick. That's about it. That's how I'd summarise the rule there. But Radulia, as a result, takes the lead with 8 minutes to go in this AF4 race. Charlie goes deep and off into the gravel, and that will be a sigh of relief from Radulia. Well, one at least. There's a few more still to be found. Radulia takes an early apex into 5. And down the hill they go towards the final corner. Lead battle hotting up in the final stages of this race. No VSCs so far. Charlie's gone off again. He's stuck at P6, at turn 6 rather. Bushy Sands spun it. He's in the... where is he? He's on the inside. He's a bit... Ooh, a weird place to be stuck there, but he's on the inside of turn 2. Facing a wall. He was doing so well. He was on for points. Instead, he has retired from the race. So, Davidas Laurinonis is up to 16th and is on the verge of scoring a point in this race. Guerra looks like he's overdriving a little bit now. He's got a little wide at turn 3. Dips 2 wheels in the grass. And the gap's extended to over a second. Radulia did look to have better pace early on in this race. So I'm wondering if the cork has now been pulled and Radulia can be unleashed for his true potential in this race. Goodman is on the back of Pilot Lasser now. Devasalina's gone deep into 4 just to reignite this battle a little bit, but I will point out this battle, no, not this battle, this battle for P5. Simchris, Pecky, Rosso, Perelagleg, the Eastern European train. The Balkan train. Ignore Pecky. Perelagleg dropping off the back of it a little bit, but further up for 5, 6 and 7, Simchris. Under some pressure here. Rosso breaks quite deep. Makes the apex. You can always sense the panic at certain times when you brake late. Meanwhile, just to take a quick detour, Goodman is... Ooh, I don't know. What? Okay, as you do. And he's parked on the apex. And he's out. Okay, another one bites the dust, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Many weird... I'm saying randomised out because someone else, his dad, was downloading things. So randomised is still on dial-up, I guess. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. You're running really well there. Rosso is going to look on Pecky, coming towards turn 1 this time. He does brake much later. Almost hits him. I don't know who's panicking more, me or Rosso or Pecky. Laurinonis has passed Hyundai now for P14. While being lapped by Moonbeam, who is in 3rd. Laurinonis is going to have a look at Moonbeam, actually, to unlap himself there. He's going to try it as well. Timon Cole, we're getting random people in. I think Juan needs to turn off the download button for AF4, because anybody's now, we're getting anybody joining the races now. Halfway through, and it's not a public lobby. He's hit! David Laurinonis has hit Moonbeam into turn 1. That's the one thing you do not do as a lap car. And Hyundai's gone deep into 2. A lot of noise to go. Try it later, and he's punted him as well. We've got 2 cars blocking turn 2 now. Vvolf has been affected by this as well. Chris has spun! He's collided with Rosso at turn 1. He's got going again, but he'll be in P10. He might even be P11 by the time Master comes round. It's all kicking off. That was all. I think that was... no, it would have been 3 cars. Here's your leader by 2 seconds now, Radulia. 56.8 still. Guerra can only do low 57s, but Radulia is catching up to the back of Pro DZ. And he's punted a lot of people today. So anything can happen here. We could see another change in the lead. Check back on the battle for P8 at the minute. Davisolina's holding P8 quite nicely. He's had to defend for a very long time from the likes of Pilot Lasser. And early on Goodman, and I think Bushy-san was involved, and Riley was involved as well. Master. Charlie's gone wide at turn 2 there. So where's he? Where's he driving around? Okay, yeah, here he is. He's gone wide. Yeah, okay. So just checking the guy that's joined 3/4 of the way through. We've got 2.5 minutes left in this race. And it looks to be Radulia's race to lose now. Top AM driver is still Pecky in P5 overall. Perry Leclerc second. David Salinas third. So it's not over yet. We should get 2 laps to go. Radulia's coming around turn 6 now. And in fact, he's lost a lot of time suddenly to Guerra. Guerra's getting about a second. I don't think it had anything to do with Pro DC. So, potential for a last lap change in the lead. Because there's more lap cars to come. Radulia goes deep into turn 1. Guerra's made the apex. He's gained another half a second. It is game on for the lead overall and in the pro class. Next lap car to come up is JD24. There he is, about 200, 300 metres down the road. Might just catch him by the end. We're in for a barnstorming finish. 1 minute left. Oh my God, has touched the grass going into 7. Gap is 1 second. One more mistake from Radulia and this race can change hands like that. Final lap time. Radulia's sliding that back end out, but it seems to be a fast way of getting through. Pilot and David Salinas have collided, I'm seeing. So Pilot has finally made it through, potentially in a slightly sketchy way, into P8. Which also puts him into third in the AM class. Podium for him in this race. Who's that coming out the pits? That's Lotto Nonis coming out the pits to potentially take home points overall. They've got straight out the pits, and there's 3 cars parked at turn 1. It's all change in the AM class. I'm not looking forward to Monday. I'm going to need an extra large gavel. Radulia takes the win in AF4 Pro. It will be Pecky that takes the win in AF4 AM. Moonbeam third, Vvolf's fourth. And it'll be Rosso in 5th. How many people actually were in the Pro class? 7 in the end. Parallegleg might just take it. No, he doesn't. He goes deep. So maybe here comes Simchris. I don't know where Simchris is. No, he's too far back to change into positions there. So it'll be Parallegleg that finishes second in the AM class. Simchris third. David Salinas in his first race will finish fourth. Pilot Lasser fifth. Master will take home fifth in the Pro class. Pro DZ sixth. But overall, it's Raduli that takes the win. Gacha second, then Moonbeam, Vivos, Pecky, Rosso, Leclerc, Simchris, Salinas, Lasser, Master, Pro DZ, JD24, Hyundai, Charlie takes the last overall points if we had that, but it's not anymore. Davidas Lorenonis finishes 16th. The Hatcher finishes 17th. We only had 17 finishes in the end. You see Timon Cole, the last guy on track, but he will be classed as DNF. And maybe even not classified at all, considering the fact that I don't think he's in the community. We've never seen him before. He's joined 10 minutes in the race. But we've had 3 people join that weren't in the community before, so I'm going to blame Juan for that. Juan! Done. But there we have it. First round in the books for AF4. We'll be back next week, probably, with round 2, which I can't remember where it is. We changed it, didn't we? Oh, God. Next week, we're going back to Lime Rock Park, this time with no chicane. I don't know why that makes it better. I guess it does. For another 20-minute race with absolute chaos. Be sure to join us then. Tomorrow, we've got AF1 for round 2 at Hockenheim. Hopefully we can get that streamed because round 1 was insanely fun, even if it was complete chaos. It was so much fun in the Dallara F312s. And we, of course, have our weekly Steward stream on Mondays. Normally starts 6 PM UTC. But until I guess Monday, or tomorrow, or whenever it is, until next time, it's goodbye from me.